Oh, okay. So kind of core and upper body for today. We're trying to stay out of, I didn't want you to do a bunch of squats and glutes and stuff like that. Okay. Yep. So to get started, let's just come down into child's pose. So come into your breath. Class here. Okay. And then really clear whenever I'm outside, it's such just like an automatic theme to get into stillness and open up your awareness. Meaning, breeze on your skin, maybe any warmth, the temperature, any sounds you hear around, birds, leaves, traffic. Okay, so in our typical day, we kind of get very like narrowly focused. All the energy kind of goes up into like the cognitive thinking, the brain. For a few more breaths, just allow everything to kind of really soften, expand, and have that like wider view of the present moment. Inhale, exhale, sink, drop into the body. Pull the energy out of the mind. Inhale, exhale. One more time, really fill up and exhale. Downward facing dog. And then you have all those little distractions. And then you're just going to inhale forward into plank. And as you press back, left hand reaches towards right ankle. And then forward into plank pose. Inhale. Change sides as you exhale back. And feel free to wipe off your mat on the way back if you need to. You can use this sweeping action. And you're just going to go for your last 5, 4. Let it be kind of a total body warm up here, getting into the shoulders, glutes, very soft twist. 2 and 1. Good. Push back, downward facing dog. And then step forward, top of your sticky mat. So we're going to take 3 sun A's with variation. Hands to shins. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Stretch the arms out wide. Inhale, lift all the way to rise. And then exhale from the heels to the head, fold, inhale. Inhale, lengthen up, half flap up. Step back, meet me at the top of the push-up plank pose. Okay, and then drop your knees to the mat. Take your fingertips out wide and a little bit wider than your mat. Good. And then you're going to deeply start to bend into that right elbow and start to drop your left shoulder and then press back up. Yep. So my left shoulder doesn't touch. I try to keep the arm straight and shift. Yep. Kind of back and forth here. Little twist. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Lower all the way down. Point toes. Plant hands. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press back. Down dog. Okay, just one breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step forward. Be mindful that maybe you step with the opposite foot, the non-dominant. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Flat back, lift your eyes. Inhale, fingertips extend up towards the sky. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen, half flat back. Step back, top of your push-up, plank pose. Knees drop down to the mat. Take your hands a little bit wider. And then military style push-up. So now both elbows bend out to the side. Good. I try to keep my chin out of my chest. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. We're resisting on the way down. Full press up. Keep connected from the toes to the knees, up through the pelvic floor. And go for 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower all the way down. Wrap the elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Arms around and up as you lift all the way to rise. Pull the front bottom ribs down and in. Try not to flare them as we stay connected to core. And then fold in here. Uttanasana. Inhale, half flat back. Step back, top of your push-up. Plank pose. Knees down to the mat. Tricep push-ups. This time the elbows stay in and lower slow. Good. So here, when I do these, I do try to press my elbows in against the ribs slightly, squeeze my inner knees and feel that long line without letting my head dip. Good. And you have your last 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down, belly to the mat. Inhale, curl up cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Okay, inhale. Exhale. This is what it's going to look like. Shift forward into plank. Left foot steps outside of your mat over to the right. Good. And then you're going to shift forward and bring your right knee to your right elbow. Good. Step it back, plank pose. Knees to the mat. Tricep push up. Press back up. Plank pose. Good. Change sides. Right foot steps across. Left knee, left elbow. Step it back. Plank pose. Knees to the mat. Tricep push up. Plank pose. Jump forward. Squat. Jump. Yeah. Squat. Jump. And then step back. Plank pose. Sorry, I gotta get my stuff out of the way. That's your set. So plank. Right elbow touches. Plank. Tricep push up. Cross under. Tap left. Good. Step it back, plank. Tricep push up. Plank. Jump it forward. Take 1 squat jump. Yeah. And back to plank. Okay. 2 more full rounds. Left, tap, plank, step. Good. Okay. So kind of use this total body mobility drill. Should get your heart rate a little bit up with the jump squat. Good. Tap. Jump. Up. Good. Squat. Jump. And down. I think you did too. Yep. And downward facing dog. Now just let the breath come to you. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Knees to the mat. Grab your weights. Come to sit down and then come to lie down. Okay, timer starting. Okay, start with your knees, then come lie all the way down and bend your elbows. Okay, inhale. And then you exhale, sit up and straighten your arms. Yep, so hammer curl them in. Yep, elbows stay close to side body. Yep, squeeze your elbows in, Claire. Yep, and then sit up, extend forward, curl up, and lower, bending your elbows. So add the bicep work into the core. Good. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, exactly. Because you can feel that at one point the momentum actually helps you to sit up a little bit, but these should be having enough weight that you're feeling it in your arms and in the fronts of the shoulders as well. Good. And you're done. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling vertical. Extend both arms up towards the ceiling vertical. And then this will be with your dumbbells. Sorry, with your dumbbells. Yep. Okay. And then this will be opposite arm, opposite leg, dead bug. So you can keep your head down. And I just extend my right leg forward. I take my left arm up overhead and pull back to center. Good. If you really wanted more, you could add the crunch. You could lift your head, neck, and shoulder blades. I'm going to keep my neck down today. Good. Then, what I would kind of caution against is make sure that you're not like swinging using momentum and that you're really focused on keeping your low back and the kidneys down into the mat while you do the work. Good. Yep. Work to stabilize with the opposites. Okay. Good. And then really step the feet down into the mat. Take a little break. Okay. So what our next one is going to look like is we're going to curl up crunch and we're going to press the weights into our knees. So curl up crunch, weight on your knees, pick up your feet, and then extend right leg forward and draw it back. Left leg forward, draw it back. So a lot of the work today is actually the non-moving part of the pose. It's pushing the knee and the dumbbell into one another, good, to create that core work. And I really have to work to keep my head lifted, not let the shoulder blades release down as you draw in. Good. Hold on to it. You have 10 more seconds. Oh, I wonder if you got eights or fives. These eights are even just hard to hold up there. And then release. Good job. Next one. Take the weights up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Yep. Take them overhead. Yep. And then do a full sit up crunch and extend your legs forward. Good. Yep. Knees come in towards your chest. Take the weights up and over. And then crunch up and extend your legs out here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, rock. See how much you can really curl your spine. Good. Yeah, kind of catch that place that we don't arch into the low back. You have time for one more. Good. And then release. Okay. Weights are going to go down by the sides of your hips with the ends pressing down into the mat. So it's like we're trying to like push the dumbbells through the earth. Okay. Then lift up head, neck, and shoulder blades. Legs go up towards the sky vertically, and then scissor kick your legs. So what I really want you to be doing though is dial more into core. Like I'm pulling down on the handle of the dumbbell to try to get more resistance, deeper core work. Good. You could put that imaginary kind of band across your upper thighs and create resistance there. This should be pretty good, like entire abdominal wall work as you continue. Last 10 seconds. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Release. Feet to the mat. Take a break. So good thing. There's 5 exercises in the set, Claire. We're doing one more round through this pod. Okay, so we start with the hammer curl sit up. Oh, but you still have 30 seconds of rest. Sometimes I like to lift my hips when I'm resting and like your abdominals lengthen out a little. Yep, come into just like a soft bridge if you want. Soften the corners of the eyes, the gaze. Okay. And here we go. In your lap, you have 10 more seconds of rest, and then you're gonna grab your dumbbells and do your hammer curl. Elbows are in against the side body. Yep. And then crunch up and extend the arms forward. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. Okay. Yeah. So this whole series, elbows in, extend forward, but use the front of the deltoid to really set up and hold that weight. Yeah. How much can you straighten your arms, get your arms parallel to the floor, and have that little catch? Good. Last 5 seconds. Curl, curl, curl. Maybe squeeze your glutes at the top. Nice. And release. Okay, our next one is the dead bug. So legs go straight up towards the sky, arms go up vertically. Even here, I'm trying to re-engage through the core to push the low back down and then begin. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep the external rotation of your upper arm. So I'm turning my bicep down. That helps me to pull back up with my serratus in my tricep as you resist the weight lowering with your bicep in the anterior deltoid. So getting all around the shoulder as you take the arm back up overhead. Good. Reconnect to the low back for 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a little break. Next round will be the one where we press the weights against the knees, offer resistance, and extend the leg. So lift the feet, plant the dumbbells, curl up, and begin. Press, extend. So this class would actually be like really good handstand work. Okay, that's kind of like hollowing out of the belly and keeping the core, rib, spine, shoulder connection. So you're gonna have a chance. It's actually might even be nice. Of course, I didn't know. In the grass. I'm gonna give you some time to practice a couple handstands there. Okay, so last 10 seconds. Keep pushing, keep driving the knee, please, into it. Resist, resist, resist. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Okay, so last 2, this one, your knees draw in towards your chest, arms go up towards the ceiling, towards the sky vertically. Yep. And then take them up overhead. Think handstand, upper back broad. And then curl up and extend the legs like an Ardha Navasana, hollow body. And continue. Inhale, work the triceps. Exhale. Don't worry about getting like a ton of them in. Focus on the arm, shoulder, upper back to core strength connection. Good. Sit up, sit up, sit up, control. Give your last 5 seconds. Get one more in. Trying to straighten the arms as much as possible. Okay, good. And then release. And now the weights are down along your side body of the dumbbells pushing into the earth. Down the handle. I hope you curl up, legs up towards the sky, and then resist. So if this is easy for you, the faster you scissor kick your legs, chin to chest, right? It makes it a little bit harder. Up, or you could just slow it down, open up the legs. As you pull the leg in towards the torso, the more you pull it in, you could get some hip flexor strength. Right, stay with it. I actually think this one is really hard to keep pulling down, down, 10. Good. Try to keep it all the way through for your last 3, 2, 1. Nice. Release. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, second pod. Sit all the way up here, Claire, and come to sit on your heels. And just while you look forward at the camera and rest. So what it will look like is we're gonna swing up, shoulder press, and then swing back towards a child's pose. Come all the way up, shoulder press. Okay, so that will be the movement, but you still have 20 more seconds of rest. Thumbs up. Do you feel your core? Yeah, it was surprisingly deep. Okay, so I'm going to grab my weights. I find it's easier to start from kneeling just until you start to get some momentum. Rack your weights at the shoulders. Okay, so shoulder press, swing back, drive through the hips. There you go. Okay, so when I slowly extend back, I'm getting tricep extension. You're getting core as you push your hips back and you know, just like collapse into it, right? You're really controlling. Good. Hip hinge, bow. And up. Last 10 seconds. All the way down and in. Good. Okay, stay up kneeling. Drop one weight and step your right foot forward into 90-90 kneeling. And you do wood choppers, right? So we take it up to the left on the diagonal and then over that outside right hip. So pull it up in wood chopper swing. Okay, so the straighter you can keep your arms. Yep, move your center of gravity to get away from your body. That's when I actually really start to feel my core there. Good. Full swing. Crunch into that right oblique. Twist towards the back right corner. Last 10 seconds. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Weight down. Come back to 90-90 kneeling. Toes are pointed. Cross your hands over your chest. We're going to lock in with the glutes, lock in with core. And we do those lightning bolt dips to work on strengthening the back of the hamstring. So I press through the tops of my ankles. I hinge back until I feel my quads engage. Okay. Try not to let the knees splay out on the elephant skin. Go at a pace here, Claire, that you can feel the knees squeezing in. I want you to feel inner thighs up into the pelvic floor. Definitely okay if it's like a little bit smaller of a movement to really get it right. Fire up the quads. Yep, you're into your last 10 seconds. Explore the edge. Make sure you're not untucking the tailbone, right? That you're really dragging the tailbone long. And release. Okay. Calm down. Sit on your mat. Legs are going to extend forward. We're going to come into reverse plank. So Purvottanasana and march it out. So hips up, shoulder blades squeeze together, and then knee into chest. Okay. As much as you can, we try to keep the hips up and knee drive. Yeah. What I want this to be actually, Claire, is like a whole strengthening for the posterior chain. So you can kind of feel like, are you using the upper back muscles a little to squeeze? Good. Keep the chest lifted. Last 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Hips come down. You're going to roll to the pinky edge side of your right foot, outer right hip. And then we're going to come into forearm Vatsisthasana, hip dips. Okay, so you still have 3, 2, 1. So hips up, and then I'm going to tap that hip and squeeze back up. Okay, so I was working with another client yesterday, and all these ones on the forearm, right? You should also be getting shoulder work. Squeeze up. And it's very, very easy to lose the glutes here. To not be tucking the tailbone. Keep your low back long as you work in to the obliques. Okay, yes. Last 10, 9. I had to step my top foot behind me. And 3, 2, 1. That caught up. Okay, chit board. That was your 5 exercises. And so now it's going to be, okay, that same thing. We'll just be doing it over the opposite leg. And you know, I don't know why my timer is giving us a 1-minute break between the sets, but it's probably okay. And then we're going to practice some hand stance. I was wondering if being in the sun always starts out like a good idea. And then, yeah, with no shade, it starts to be a little bit bakey, but hopefully you're getting a full sweat on. Okay, so we're into 20 seconds left. I'm gonna come up to kneeling. This is your shoulder press, child's pose, hip swing, rack your weights. This is really your last like round of work, right? It takes less than 5 minutes. So, you know, kind of put it all in there and shoulder press, tricep extension. So a lot of moves today that cross a lot of different joints. Even though we're core and upper body focused, you feel your whole body working. Same thing about that elephant skin here. If you can keep squeezing it in. Good. I don't necessarily want you to like lock the elbows, but I definitely want you to feel that you get the tricep. Good. Last 5 seconds. And boost and feels good on the low back. Okay, so we drop one of the weights. Left foot steps forward. 90-90, as straight as you can with your arms. Wood choppers. 3, 2, 1. So inhale up. Exhale back. Yeah. And feel that you got to balance a little bit, right? It can get a little bit wobbly. Stabilize through the inner thighs. Halfway done, straight arms. Rinse it out. Last 10. Good. Extend up and out through core. Add those deltoids. Add the twist. Release. Weight down. Ooh, I don't know about your knees, right? On that, you're really on cement. Yeah, mine are feeling kind of sensitive today, too. If you wanted to tuck your toes, Claire, like if it kind of changed the pressure, play with that. I don't know what's going to feel best for you. And then, okay. So I don't have very strong quadriceps, okay? Because yoga, right? We're doing like the lunges all the time, right? We're like warriors and stuff. We get a lot of glute and hamstring. So see if you can go to that place where the quads turn on. So I was talking to my trainer at the gym, and that's what he says. That's why I can't do like those pistol squats and stuff. I thought it was all glute, but it's actually some of the biomechanics to use the quad. Good. Challenge yourself. I just want you to do one more. How far can you dip back? The power not to break and still come on up. Good job. Marching plank pose. Last two. I'm gonna do as good as a job as I can to keep my chest lifted. Press down, lift the hips, and march it out. Again, this is one of the ones where it's actually the moving leg, right? You should feel calf muscle, even hamstring, but try to really make sure my butt has a really hard time working here. Try to get that going. Okay. Reset the shoulders. If we dropped 20 seconds, knee in, add the core, drive the heel. Last 10. Up, hips up, hips up for the last little bit as you hold on to it. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Pinky edge side of that left foot. Forearm Batsasana, hip dips. I'm going to go as long as I can. And if I have to, Claire, I'm going to step the top leg behind me. In 3, 2, 1. Forearm Batsasana, or you could hold there and just slow down the number of dips you take. Try to push the hip into the hand into the hip until you feel the oblique. Sometimes I touch the oblique to make sure it crunches. That is halfway. Good. Chin away from chest. Try. Good job. Try to keep the plank like action. Last 10. Good. Deltoid and oblique should be working. And you're done. Good job. Okay. Roll over your shins. Downward facing dog. My down dog feels way different from doing that like arm up overhead stuff with the weights connected to core. And then I'll let you decide if you want to like walk over into the grass, or if you just, you're kind of like, it's like a trade-off, right? Like one, it's fun to just go into the grass and like you might feel a little more playful, right? Or you can stay on your mat and practice some handstands here. But do that connection rounding into the back and kicking up. Push through locked, straight elbows. It's that feeling that you're hollowing out your body front body before we begin. And getting up there. Make sure you lead with both legs a couple times. Keep it balanced. And then release. Coming down onto your knee. And coming to rock all the way down onto your back body. Bottoms of your feet together, knees wide apart. Left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. And to get out of your mind, soft focus into the whole body. Feel the breath in the hands, feel the beating of the heart. And as it slows down, Shavasana, opening your arms, open your legs. Shavasana. And then before you burn in the sun, deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Stretch the arms up and over. Great. And press up to find seated. Hold the hands in front of the heart center. Close your eyes. So we're going to be working today, right? Like all up in the mind. Take one more moment to kind of just feel the open space around you. And as you take your thumbs to your third eye, bow forward to seal your practice. Jai, Siddhatma.